Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon or Rising, and it's a weekly reading for the week of September the 30th to October the 6th. Your cards this week, Scorpio, you have Birthing a New Age Oracle card. We have Death, we have Ace of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, Two of Wands, King of Swords, and the Six of Wands. So it's going to start off by reading out your Oracle card here, Scorpio. Birthing a New Age. Birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. Often our path is exactly the one we don't feel prepared to walk. Walk it anyway. Often what is rising feels far bigger than we could possibly hold. Be a container for it anyway. Often our creations seem to have a wild, uncontrollable consciousness of their own. Birth them anyway. Often what is ours to do is the very thing that most intimidates us. Be courageous and do it anyway. We are birthing a new age. So Scorpio, by the look of your cards here, I feel that the Oracle card fits in. I feel like some of you are birthing a new chapter in your life. For a period of time you might have sort of been in the in-between, you know that there's something coming to a completion, but you're not too sure what that new path is that you're going to walk. And that's what I see in your cards this week. And I see, the strong transition from the old to the new here. So let's get started with the Two of Wands and the King of Swords. Yeah. Okay, so the Two of Wands is, for me, it's a life review card. It's somebody who stands at the crossroads. It's somebody who is choosing between two different paths. They can often be, the past and the present, whether to stay in a situation that you're currently in or whether to pursue new territories, new terrains, new opportunities, new partners, whatever it may be that you are transitioning from. The Two of Wands is somebody who, really is in that stage of contemplation. So this being, in your recent past position, you could have been, some of you may still be in this phase, or some of you might have been in it for quite a while, even some months. Some of us take a long time to transition from things that we know, may have already passed their use by date. Maybe we've already learned the lessons that we need to learn from them. Sometimes it's easier staying in a situation rather than making the move. But, through doing that, we do risk that kind of stagnation that halts our evolution, our transformation, halts us on, continuing on our journey of life and achieving the things that we agreed to come here and achieve. So you can see the Two of Wands. We've got the two wands here. I'm going to say this is the wand of the past, or staying where you currently are, or pursuing the wand of the future, the new road, the new path that is opening up in front of you. I think you can sense it. This is the week that it starts to open up. I think there is a new opportunity. There's something, not necessarily better, that might be the wrong word, but there is something that suits you on a soul level more strongly, and I think that's what you're seeking deep down, because maybe your current situation isn't quite a fit for you. But we see this person here, they have really reached out and they've grasped that wand of the future. They've grasped that new path. So it's almost like you have chosen in your gut, in your mind, you've chosen, but you haven't quite started to walk that path yet. And I think that's what you do start to do this week. I think it's inevitable. We always have free will. We can choose to stay where we are, but that just might not be as fruitful. It might not offer us as much growth, as much joy in those kind of things. And it's also about you going through a period of realizing that you do have infinite possibilities. You literally have the whole world in your hands here. But the question is, are you willing to step beyond your comfort zone to actually pursue those opportunities that may lie in wait for you? We have that crossed with the King of Swords here. So the King of Swords, I feel, is you having that kind of sense of awakening to the fact that, you potentially need to move on and walk a new path in your life. It's having that clarity, that vision, that realization that in order to transform, because the King of Wands also is a card of transformation, then there needs to be a change that takes place. In order to transform and start a new journey, to receive new opportunities in our lives, sometimes there needs to be an ending. Sometimes we need to cut ourselves free of people, things, situations that are just not serving us anymore. And that doesn't necessarily mean that they've gone bad. It just may mean that it's not on the same energetic frequency as what we're on now, because we've evolved and grown. And sometimes we just have to say goodbye to sometimes to dear loved ones, because we need to seek situations, things, people that align with how we are now. So, that King of Swords, it's really having that insight, seeing the truth, seeing clearly, using that sword to now cut yourself free of the things that are not a fit for you in your life anymore, Scorpio. And your focus energy this week, here you are, Death card being the card of Scorpio. This is you not only sort of in your power this week, but this is the strong indication of an ending, closely followed by a new beginning in your life. This combination to me says that in order to reach that, the full joy and harmony, the love, inner love, all those kinds of juicy, beautiful feelings in your life, we need to close a door. We need to end a chapter that is ready to end. This is a general reading, guys, so it's going to be different for all of you. You'll know what that is for you. Like I said before, it could be a relationship that's past its use by date. You're no longer, resonating at that same frequency. Is it a job that's stagnating? You're not using your full potential in. You don't have that opportunity for progression, even for, financial progression in that opportunity that you truly seek and deserve. Maybe it's a hometown or a city, town, village that you live in that has become, too small for your needs, or the opportunities aren't there anymore. Potentially it's time to move on and leave. Whatever the situation, the Death card comes in to basically clear the slate. It comes in to sweep away the things that are no longer serving you, to cause quite a strong ending to it. It says the potential and the energy is there for it this week. However, and sometimes the universe can create a situation that triggers it or helps it along, but really it's you, Scorpio, that needs to take the action to do it. It's saying that the timing is right for you to do that. And it also says that there's real alchemical growth, transformation, spiritual evolution on offer for you should you go through with this. And even though, we know that change and endings and all those sorts of things are not easy, but there's the real promise of a new dawn on the horizon here that literally is going to burst into something just so much brighter for you down the track. So we must be the child who looks death in the eye and welcomes that clean slate, rather than the adult that sort of feigns away from it. I think the adult in us turns away from death because we know of the pain and the deep hurt that endings of cycles can bring for our lives. But this is the real promise here, Scorpio. If you can clear that slate, this is what is coming in for you. It's the Ace of Cups. This is the purest of potential, of joy and harmony, of fulfillment on an emotional level. For some of you, it could be new love opportunities, could be that role, that job, that career that fills you up on an emotional level while providing for you financially. It really is an offering from the divine. It's the universe saying to you this week, it is time for that ending. And should you do that, I'm waiting with this gift behind the door. And, it's not a fully materialized opportunity necessarily that comes in with the Ace of Cups. It's those seeds of it. So what it says to me is if you can go through with this ending, you'll begin to see new opportunities unfolding. You'll begin to feel that sense of even self-love or deeper connection with others very quickly. And it really has the potential to grow and expand swiftly into something very, very victorious for you. Because just look at these two cards here, Scorpio. Actually, let's extend that to 3. We have 3 characters of the tarot riding horses that are all moving in this future direction. You know, these people here are not concerned with the past. They've turned their back on the past and they are moving in the future direction. And that's what it's all about for you this week. It's about moving on into a new path, birthing a new age, birthing a new chapter in your life. Yep. So, okay, so Page of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. Now, Page of Pentacles is, the slowest moving knight in the tarot deck. However, he is all about laying the foundation, doing the preparation work, taking efficient, methodical steps in order to reap a beautiful, abundant harvest in the future. So what this says to you, Scorpio, is that, if there is an ending that happens this week, what do you truly desire in your next chapter? Maybe really have a deep think about that, do some self-reflection, and then actually start to take the steps. Do the things that you need to do to obtain that. Like I said, if it is changing your career, maybe sign up for a course, start networking with people who are in that industry. If it's love that you desire, then maybe put yourself out there if you're comfortable to on online dating, or at least have that open, energetic feeling where you are, not afraid to look a stranger in the eye, not afraid to accept an invitation or extend an invitation to somebody. Because the Knight of Pentacles, he's been out there working that field, planting the seeds, doing the hard work, because he knows that that is going to bring him, the abundance that he truly desires. So, the Knight of Pentacles is also about becoming, stable and secure again. And he holds the Ace of Pentacles here. So again, this is saying that you have that seed of potential in a earthly, physical, material, financial, as well as in the realm of emotions, joy, harmony. So this is about you really moving towards a period in your life where you could potentially have it all, but there is something to release first. And there's the promise of real victory here, Scorpio. The Six of Wands, really is about riding into a victorious new chapter. It's also, that kind of card of you've made it, you've gone through the ending, and you're riding out of that with your head held high. And you could even be publicly sort of recognized for that. There might be friends, family, colleagues, whoever around you saying, that is so good that you left that job, you left that relationship, you ended that thing. I can see the shift in you. I can see the change in you. It's that kind of energy. It's about you actually, looking like the winner, having that kind of magnetic glow that you get when you've really achieved something in your life. That kind of, people can sense that growth in you. So I really see this as just you riding into your new age, to your new chapter. Scorpio, it's all beautiful here. Strong new beginnings on the horizon for you. Victory, growth, joy, harmony. It all, comes down to you having that clarity to start walking a new path. And in that process, you may need to go through an ending this week. So Scorpio, that's what I have for you. Keep in mind it's a general reading. It won't be for all of you. And I hope it goes well for you. Leave me a comment. I'd love to know how it's playing out in your daily life. And I'll see you back here next week for another reading.